What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this bunch wide flex mini scheme part 2. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So honestly, in my opinion, I actually really think that this is one of the best gun bunches in the game, and the reason why is because it really destroys all coverages. So I showed you in part 1 how it destroys man coverage. It absolutely kills man coverage, and so in this part 2 I'm gonna kind of show you about how I like to deal with zone coverages. Now if you want an ebook on this full formation, please hit me up. And like I said, the reason that I do this is because I don't want to do 4, 5, 6 different parts. I just feel like you guys don't get the most out of that. So in today's video, I'm quickly show you guys 2 of my favorite setups, and then I'm also going to show you guys gameplay. So it's gonna be a full game, so it'll be condensed though. So it's about 8 minutes or so that I'll be commentating on. So I plan on only spending about 5 minutes here in practice mode, kind of showing you these 2 plays and why I like them. So if you guys are interested in that, just check out these 2 plays, and then the gameplay is going to come right after that. And I appreciate all you guys who are here rocking with me. I truly appreciate you guys. So as far as personnel, the only thing that matters that I like is you want to make sure you have your best receiver right here. Well, not your best, your fastest receiver, excuse me. So whoever is your fastest receiver, make sure he is in this spot, and that's pretty important just for man coverage, and I already went over that in part 1. But the only unfortunate thing is that you actually cannot get like 4 receivers in here, so this tight end is normally stuck because there's actually no packages that allow you to change that tight end to a receiver, unfortunately. But it still finds his offense still really nice. So the 2 plays I'll be showing you is dagger, which I did on man, but I'm gonna show you how I'll set it up for zone coverage. So I'm gonna show you dagger, and I'm gonna show you flood, and then the gameplay you'll be seeing me use all these other different plays, and I'll be telling you, you know, why I like whatever setup that I do. So anyways, let's go and go to dagger right here. Start off. Now we're gonna start off with dollar, just to have, you know, a basic defense out there. So let's just sub in some garbage people right here. Let's actually put in some fast safety. So we got black, and we're also going to put Redmond in here right there. So this is how most people will run it. So for defense, I'll just be showing you everything zone based. So cover 3, cover 4 drop, and cover 2 are going to be the main zones that I show, because the point of this video is showing you that if they want to stop you, they are going to have to zone drop. Now with this offense, you always want to make sure that your 3 receivers are to the wide side of the field. So your bunch should be to the wide side of the field. Oh, and also the playbook. I am actually in the Chiefs playbook. Again, I'm in the Chiefs playbook, but this bunch wide flex can be found in multiple playbooks. So make sure you check the description and see if it's in a playbook that you already use. So anyways, for the first setup for zone coverage, I should say, you want to take square, put them on a flat route, and then you actually just want to motion across R1, and then what's going to happen is we're going to have a nice little read that we're going to be able to create right here. So what you're going to notice is that triangle is going to suck down that little zone, square is going to suck down any like curl flat or anything like that, and is actually going to allow us to deliver a strike to that little crosser route, because this crosser route is just like the crosser route that's found in like trips tight end and things like that, Trey flex. It's still going to just stop, get over pretty much every single zone. And the reason why I like this setup, so this flat route, what it's going to do, if it's going to hold any of the non-zone drop like purples or clouds, it's going to kind of pull it down, and this streak right here, this motioned over streak, is going to take any of the outside third or quarters, is going to take any of those, and what's going to happen is that this natural gap right here is going to get created to where they have to go use that, right? So we're already going to be stressing users. So this hook curl right here, if it's a non-zone drop hook curl, he's going to actually get pulled down right here, you could tell. And if they zone drop, then this purple will be somewhere up here, right? So they will be able to hit this if they zone drop, or if they're playing like a double Mabel, or they're doing something other than putting him in a hook curl, we'll actually be able to have this route right here as an easy check down, if you can picture that. So if the user does not run with him, then look also what we have coming across. So that in route is actually really nice, and it's going to get open against pretty much every single coverage. So to kind of speed everything up, because I actually want to get you guys into this gameplay, so I just kind of want to go over everything. So put square on a flat route, and you want to just take R1 and just motion them across, and it's just really a simple read, and it's really just going to really stress the user, to be honest with you, because triangle, you see how triangle gets open, but we also can have that in route, which that in route is really good. And of course that crosser still does get open against zones. Now you can actually get away with running this play to this hash mark if you want. Sometimes in the gameplay you'll find me running it this way, which it does still work good, because you just basically create more room for yourself to actually get that crosser even more open. But under normal circumstances, I do like my bunch to the wide side. But the thing, this offense is really good because the bunch can be ran to the short side, and you can really prosper as well. As you can tell, I mean, that's just literally just screaming wide open. So it's a little better if you run it to the if you're running this play in particular, this setup, you want to run it to the short side, but you can still get away with running it to the with your bunch to the wide side. And also, don't forget, you can still flip your bunch and everything like that. Now, last thing I'll show you is cover 4 drop, what that looks like, and then actually I'll be showing my other setup, and then we'll be getting right into gameplay. So go ahead and take him, motion him across, and like I said, the square out is really just going to pull any outsides, and triangle is going to be able to sit, you can tell. And then the good thing is that that quarter is never going to be able to play that. I know it looks close, I know you might be like, bro, that's cutting it pretty close, but I promise you they actually won't be able to play it. And I'm running for you one more time, then I'm actually going to get into my favorite floods concept, and then we'll be getting right into gameplay. So right here you can tell we do have cover 4 drop, and I just want to show you that you can definitely still throw that crosser in there. And it's just because EA, they don't know how to make outside quarters play responsibly how they're supposed to. But like I said, you can just easily have that right there. So they're going to have to zone drop. If they start zone dropping, then just make sure you make your underneath reads, or just read it accordingly. So last play I want to give you before we hop into gameplay is going to be flood. So how I love to run flood is you can run it stock. I'm not going to go over stock. It's pretty self-explanatory for stock. You just read the flat to here combo between those two. And of course, you got a nice backside in route. But the way I love running it is take X, put them on a slant, and take triangle and put them on a swing route to the tight end side right here. So what's going to happen is it's going to really stress the user. Now versus the CPU, it might not get as open, but it's designed to stress the user. And I'll actually go into replay about how I run it and how I like to read it, and then you guys are finna see me recreate this in a second in the gameplay, and you'll be seeing me do it live basically. So this slant, what's going to happen is no matter who he's using on which hook curl, he's going to run with this slant for a little while. Now, this is my favorite versus man, but it works really well against zones. So I love this setup versus man, but anyways, versus zones, what's going to happen, a lot of times they're going to run with this slant because they're going to think he's on like a streak or something a lot of times. So they're actually going to really hard follow this slant, to be honest with you. And then what's going to happen as soon as he breaks, normally it's just going to be wide open up in here, normally up in the middle. Or a lot of times what's going to happen too is that if they don't zone drop correctly, sometimes this guy might be like down here or something like that from the other side zone drop. And a lot of times you'll be able to have a nice little out route that sometimes does get wide open too. Or worst case scenario, if they're zone dropping really far, then sometimes you can have this swing route. But normally it's either going to be the slant, and a lot of times you can't hit the slant quick if their zones are not in the correct places like they're supposed to be. But you can have that real quick, or you can come back and actually hit this low ball in route right there. And those are just how I like to run it. So let's go on and get into this gameplay. All right, so right here it is going to be 1st and 10. We end up getting the ball first. So right here you can tell this is actually one of my other favorite setups. So to do this setup, you take square, put him on a streak, and you take R1 and you actually put him on a hitch, and then you'll have a nice read between that streak and hitch combo, well, crosser and hitch combo. So with this play flood right here, like I said, I do love to run it stock just to kind of see what they're doing right there. You can tell exactly what I was talking about, where they start zone dropping, but they don't zone drop correctly, and you can actually pass lead that ball up to get a nice gain. So right here, this is actually how I do my audibles, if you guys were able to see it. But right here we do have dagger, and like I was telling you, one thing I like to do is wait till the defense gets set, and then I like to actually flip the play to make him redo some adjustments. And then this is the same setup that I gave you guys inside of practice mode. So you can tell triangles are just going to be wide open, but what I was waiting on was actually the user to see what he was going to do. He kind of sat there, so I just decided to do a little quick playmaker just like that. So 2nd and 3, this is a spacing concept that I like. So it's out of the play spacing. So what I do is take square and re-put him on a hitch, and normally it just lets me just read. Now right there was man coverage. It's not a man beater by any means. It's terrible against man coverage. It's more of a spacing concept for zone coverage, not man. So I see, I noticed he wanted to play man. So there's actually this play called dig return, and this is actually one of my favorite plays too as well. And like I said, if you guys are interested in the ebook on this formation, because I'm thinking about making it my main formation on offense, but I say that like every other week to you guys, because I know my channel is built on just trying out off meta things, and sometimes I just find formations I really like and I mess with it for like a week or two, then I find another formation. So if you guys actually like what I'm doing out of here, I don't mind showing you guys the whys behind everything and why I'm doing adjustments and exactly how I do it in practice mode. So it's my way of just kind of trying to make Madden 22 fun, man, because it's really not fun running bunch tight end or just running all these meta formation strips tight end just like everybody else is, because sometimes you guys you might just want to mess with just some low key formations or something like that. So anyways, you guys see right here, this is my big nickel. So for those of you guys that haven't got my big nickel ebook, you're more than welcome to hit me up, and I don't mind giving that to you. Just like I said, it's just $15 just for that one formation. But if for those of you guys that just like watching me run it, cool. That's why I show you guys my play arts and everything, so you can see exactly how I like to do everything out of my big nickels. Right there, Alvin Kamara is just going crazy. Now I'm a Saints fan, so I wasn't too happy about that. I was happy, but I wasn't happy because I'm the Eagles. So anyways, yeah, Kamara is actually pretty glitchy on this game from what I found out, because this is one of the reasons why I hate going against the Saints, just because of him. But anyways, he's a play action right there. Now that was completely my fault, so I decided to run man, but I had auto flip on from my big nickel and I didn't turn it off, so I actually had a man that wasn't accounted for. So right there, anyways, that X route right there is really glitchy on current gen, because as you know, they pass lead those bubble screens up, which makes it a little bit more glitchy in my opinion. It makes it really hard to stop, honestly. So anyways, right here, what I'm doing is actually just decide what I want to do. I decided just to go back to the RPO play, because I really like, I seen something I like, and so I like to hand the ball off right there, and he's gonna fight. But also, the reason I like using the Eagles is because they actually have 3 offensive linemen, and this offense, you don't need time in the pocket, but any offense where you get time in the pocket is really great. And the Eagles are one of the only teams besides the Cowboys who have at least 2 offensive linemen that has abilities on it. But this is my man coverage setup that I showed you, but it also works against zone, and it also kills match coverage. So right here, what play did I pick? I didn't even see. So we got 83 choice right here. This is my favorite versus man, but this play right here, Z spot, is actually really nice. And you guys are gonna kind of see me kind of, you know, live experiment with some setups that I like. But now personally, I actually don't use this particular setup anymore. It's still good, but I actually have a slightly different variation that I like. But you saw I had square right there, but I seen man coverage, and I seen that R1 is gonna be able to have a step on him, so we were able to pass lead that ball right there. And that's why I said that's why you want your fastest receiver there, because anytime they play man coverage, I have routes designed that's going to pretty much just make it hell trying to guard his man. But anyways, right here you see we do got dagger, and we're going to go ahead and motion over. So this is actually the man setup that I showed you guys, and as you can tell, nothing's really open right here, so I just decided just to throw it late. And that's what's good about that in route, that little speed cut in route, is that it actually keeps running all the way across the other side of the field. Because sometimes some in routes actually stop at a certain point. That one's actually one of the ones that just keep going. So that's why I was able to have that right there. So right here, this RPO play, like I said, for some reason, it's really hard to tackle when they're handing the ball off. I don't know what that is. It could just be a Madden thing. But right here, I just decided just to come out in a different formation, run read option, just get the easy touchdown. So my opponent's going to be coming out in pistol full house, I believe this is. So I was a little bit worried about it. Yeah, Taysom Hill in, so I figured he's going to do something with them. And we just played great defense right there. So loss of 5 yards, man. So don't understand why he got Trevor Siemian though. If I was him, I'd probably put Jameis in, famous Jameis, but you know, I don't know why he got Siemian in. I guess he just want to make it as real life as possible, probably. But right here you can tell we are messing around with the 146, and we are going to get a nice pick. And like I said, man, if you guys want the 146 ebook, I would definitely get that to you guys. You know, I just put out a video showing you guys how I like to stop the empty versus it, and make sure you check that out if you haven't, you know. So right here we actually got Z spot again, and I'm gonna go ahead and motion over this post, because this post route pretty much gets over every single zone in the game, and it's really hard to zone drop against. And right there you can tell R1 was definitely open. I just got an unfortunate instant win animation from the rush, and there's nothing really I can do about that. But right here is the setup that I was showing you guys that I really love. You can tell triangle could get open, square was open, and we also had X, we had circle, we had pretty much everything. So the good thing about that play is that if they don't zone drop correctly and you mix that play in, you could really just have everything open like I just showed you right there. And right here was completely my fault. He deserved a pick right there. That was open, but I just threw it a tad bit too late. You know, terrible read. I should have just threw it a little earlier. But 2nd and 10 right here. So I'm messing around with verticals because I noticed, I think he was in a cover 2 or cover 3, but right there we got kind of cheated, under pressure, inaccurate, but you know, it's fine. So 3rd and 10, we'll come back and run flood because I like the way it looked the first time, and I wanted to see if he was doing it again. But he played great defense. Now I wanted square, I tried to throw it, so that's why I actually got a fumble, because I seen square breaking open and I went to go throw it, but he couldn't let the ball go fast enough. So you know, unfortunate right there, man. But anyway, 1st and 10, you guys can see this is the setup right here, and we're just gonna probably absolutely scream. Now I got quarterback contains because I was thinking he might try to run out with Siemian. So one of the things I like to do is put quarterback contains if I feel like they're gonna run outside the pocket as soon as I blitz. But the only bad thing about putting contains a lot of times is that it actually doesn't guarantee you that fast pressure, just because of how contains are built into Madden 22. But anyways, right here we actually don't get to pull nobody, but we got pressure, and that's what I said I like this defense, because the disengages are crazy, you know. So that's also, just because you don't get somebody home immediately doesn't mean that, you know, it's not gonna get in at all. It's just the constant stress of your opponent having to worry about a blitz is right there. We just have a great user right there, man. Mike, I think his name is Mike Epps. Either way, just great user. Nothing he could really do about that. That was just a really good user, honestly. So anyways, 1st and 10, you guys are gonna see me right here messing around 146, and you can tell we're just literally screaming at him right there. We do get the interception. Like I said, man, this 146 is crazy, you know. So I just decided to take my 3 points, because why? Right before half, you know. I'm already up 21-7. Might as well just make it 24-7 at this point. But we are going to start the second half on defense. Don't worry, I have another drive of offense coming, but you could tell our blitz was coming through. But one of the problems sometimes is that when you blitz, and just look at Alvin Kamara, man, like what do I do about that? But one of the problems is when you blitz, they actually don't always get home. And sometimes if you blitz them from too far of an angle, then you actually need to move him in. And if I'd have moved him in a half a step, he would have got there and wouldn't have had time to throw that. But anyways, I really love this Z-spot play. That's why I didn't want to touch on it in practice mode, because I wanted to show you guys just the kind of setups I was using. And I wanted to show you how R1 could really just bomb really every curve. You see I had circle right there, but I decided to go R1, and you see he was able to keep his feet down. And man, I hate to do my Saints DBs like this though. But anyways, man, gonna go ahead and motion over our streak right here, and I think it's man coverage. So man coverage, X is just gonna torch his man. I have no idea why he has Demario Davis on what's his name, Devontae Smith. I have no idea why he does that, but anyways, we're cool with that. So what I should have done right there, my blitz and slot corner, I should have brought him in some, because you seen how long it took him to get there. So if you have time, bring that guy in there. Don't blitz him from that far away like you see me do. Actually bring him in some, and it's going to make the blitz a lot better right here. So right here, the reason I actually have an outside quarter, actually I'm not going to explain that, wouldn't be fair to ebook, but anyway, you can tell right there we actually did get the pick, man, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real. Is he going to quit? Let me see. Oh no, does he quit? Oh yeah, and I'm out.